I'm back from my break. I hope you are too. Let's get it. Cuphead DLC musical tier list. But first, let's appease the commenters. Track number 40, One Hell of a Time. Commented by Joshu Awesome and amplified by Kathleen. Okay, I'll do it. Please don't hurt me. I love the intro. It's so punchy and pop-outy that you can't help but react to it. A soundtrack of the Devil's Fight that I did miss. I do apologize. This song is also like Admission to Perdition. I know you'll hate me for saying that, but it also has a lot of references to other boss tracks. S tier.
Wake up, Joseph.
I'm Mr. King Dice, I'm the greatest in the land. I never play nice, I'm the devil's right-hand man. Commented by Froggies, nothing needed to say about this track, it's just a W. Fun fact, did you know King Dice's vocalist is a woman? S tier. And without further ado, and if I don't get any more comments saying I missed stuff, Cuphead DLC musical tier list. Let's go! Track number 1, The Delicious Last Course. Oh my god! Returning to Cuphead after waiting for the DLC, this was top tier. A top tier welcoming. I love everything about this, and as always, after a couple listens it's already in your head. I'll be honest when I say this, I reckon this is better than the base game intro. I get goosebumps every time the vocals kick in. The Cordettes did a fucking amazing job. S tier. Track number 2, A Far Off Isle. The violin intro, oh my god, it's so peaceful. Welcome to a new world. Sailing about to conquer new horizons. Peaceful music as you dream of what's to come. And then suddenly, it hits you. The classic Cuphead get out your seat and dance, instantly pumping you up for the journey you've started. S tier. Track number 3, Chef SALTBAKER. I can't really predict the melody they're going for, and I don't really jive with it to be honest. It's like DVD menu screen type music. C tier. Track number 4, A Recipe for Miss Chalice. I'm so glad they brought elements of the coin-op bot and Legendary Ghost in this track. At least the musicians got their credit in the end after being cut the first time, even if that is for a couple minutes of a tutorial level. A tier. Track number 5, Inkwell Isle 4. Sort of similar to Chef SALTBAKER's theme, but this one has a little bit more jive to it and extra instruments, and suits well as more of an Isle type beat. The music does make you feel like you're wandering around a fresh and foreign area. I love the fact as you delve more into the Isles, the tracks get calmer and calmer. A tier. Track number 6, Bootlegger Boogie. This track doesn't give you time to process it, just straight to the point and it's slap. I like the fact they used the singing in the track for one of the bosses, which created more depth in the track. I also like the fact that in this battle, the announcer is replaced by the snail mob boss, really giving you that impression that he runs the show. And after being defeated, the announcer clears his throat as if to say, "Sorry about that, here's the knockout." S tier. Track number 7, High Noon Hoopla. Such a catchy ass melody. I love country music, so this goes straight to my heart. It doesn't shy away from being sick battle music too though. Not much really left to say. S tier. And if you're wondering why I'm putting so many S tiers for this tier list, it's because the DLC music is just better. It's just better.
Hello, me old chum. I'm not a elf. I'm not a goblin.
Glumstone.
Track number 8, Gnome Way Out. I like the flute at the start. It reminds me of like Tom and Jerry-esque chase music. If that's what Tom and Jerry had. I haven't watched it in years, but it's what reminded me of. B tier. You seriously thought I was gonna rank it B tier? Are you serious right now? Probably the best song in Cuphead, bro! S!
Oh, good boy. Oh, you're so pretty while you sleep. Let's go back to Ice King's house.
Track number 9, Snow Cult Shuffle. The big drums and jingle bells give a wintry feel straight away, which is a tick in my box for the environment. I'm going to be 100% when I say this, and this is a good thing. When it gets to this part, you can't say it doesn't sound like Mario Kart music. Overall, a nice use of wintry instruments and really sets the scene and puts me in that space. A tier. Track number 10, Dog on Dog Fight. I know you saw the thumbnail. I know you saw it said D tier. Right? The same thing I did with Grim Matchstick. Oh my god, so original. But this boss is fucking solid! I don't really vibe with the start because it sounds pretty disco-y to me. Disco-y? Is that a word? Fuck it, disco-y. Put that in the dictionary, Scabs. Disco-y. A sound that replicates the disco genre. But when it gets into it, I guess the trumpets sound like initiation to a battle, but I can't vibe to it because, again, this boss is fucking solid! D tier. Track number 11, One Hell of a Dream. From a lot of tier list videos, I've seen them rank this pretty low, but I really like this. Right from the start, it's like a Zelda type beat, and I vibe with it. It does feel like dreamy music, and the occasional adds a bit of conflict to the track, letting you know this is as much as a nightmare as it is a dream. A tier. Track number 12, Porkrind's Provision. I am very, very happy they kept Porkrind in the DLC. I could not imagine any other shopkeeper in Cuphead. The welcome always gets me. This one is obviously the main theme, but catered to this environment, and it suits so well. It feels like a beachside shop. You know those surfboard shops or the trinket shops that you go when you're on holiday? That's what I imagine this theme being like. S tier.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
Track number 13, King of Games Castle. A mode I really enjoy in this game. The track has a Disney feel to it, like entering Disneyland or watching an old Mickey Mouse cartoon. A tier. Track number 14, BOUREE on the Board. Now this track has a different theme for each boss, so I may explain each one. Each separate track follows the same theme, but then goes off on its own type of music related to that boss fight, which I think is pretty cool. It really feels like you're traversing through different rooms and reaching different stages of the kingdom, as the themes get more and more intense. The start of the track is okay, I just don't really like the fact there's no build-up though, and it just kinda starts. First up, we have the pawns. So with the pawns, other than the trumpet, the xylophone takes the lead of this track, and it fits so well with the pawns. It has a very mischievous tone to it. Because the pawns are such an easy boss, sometimes you don't really get the chance to hear the full tune, and maybe you just hear the start. So I had to cancel first impressions on this one, and give it a proper listen. A tier. Next up, we have the Knight. Minus being probably the most fucking boring boss in the game, his tune's pretty good. I like the use of the flute and the violin to give the full medieval experience. B tier. The Bishop. You've entered his hall. You are greeted straight away with Spanishy guitar that sets the mood straight away. Guitar that's similar to... B tier.
And who's that? Oh, it's Mr. MVP! Simp!
The Rook. All the mistakes you've made, all the chess pieces you've murdered, it's time to face the consequences as you're thrown into the dungeons. I love the tonal shift in this track, and the reminds me of the stock sound effect everyone used for their Fell compilations in like 2014. You know, the it fits well because you truly did make a mistake and you're about to lose your noggin for it. A tier. The Queen. Welcome to the kingdom! You are now face to face with the Queen herself. No more starting tunes. This one calls for a proper introduction. The track obviously takes some parts from BOUREE on a Board, but it makes it even more medievally and even more epic. Just listen to this! Track number 15, An Ominous Stroll. It's as if you're playing those old 8-bit games and you're exploring a haunted house. That's what it reminds me of. You have beaten the angel and devil, and for that you receive the cursed relic. You don't know what it does, but the mystery makes you eager to find out. A tier. Track number 16, Joyous Promenade. You did it! You killed all the DLC bosses with the cursed relic, and now you are rewarded with the divine relic and this kick-ass soundtrack. It sounds very military-like at the start, with the drums, I didn't even do it right. That was nothing like that, I'm sorry. And then the orchestra piano kicks in, and the spooky undertones come back. However, this time, congratulating you instead of scaring you, blessing you with this amazing victory tune. Let the music play. You deserve it. S tier. Track number 17, The Finishing Touch. Side hint, it's you. You arrive at SALTBAKER's, finally relieved to give Miss Chalice the opportunity to live again. But where's SALTBAKER? Why's the hatch open? You think nothing of it as he may be getting some stock. But as you head down, not all is as it seems. You walk down this eerie cave only to see a cackling silhouette of your dear friend SALTBAKER brandishing a knife. SALTBAKER turns to face you. It's been a trick all along. You see across from you Cuphead trapped in a jar, begging for help. This track fits the mood perfectly, and it gives the right amount for build-up. S tier. Track number 18, Baking the Wonder Tart. I really like the start of this track. It gives me like Final Fantasy Sephiroth fight music vibes, and the orchestra piano on top of that is the cherry on the tart. Get it?
Open your mouth and look!
This song feels like betrayal. The music perfectly represents the idea that nothing is clear-cut as it seems, and round any corner, your closest helper could be your downfall. S tier. Track number 19, Triumphant Trio. It starts off like a victory tune, nice and calm xylophone, and a trumpet congratulations. You finally defeated the nasty SALTBAKER and freed Cuphead, and suddenly, tense music kicks in as the whole bakery falls apart. You turn to SALTBAKER now, all broken and ashamed. Why did you do this for? What's the reason for all this? The next track will answer the question as we move on to the closing credits of the DLC. A tier. Track number 20, Chef's Coda. First time you get to hear SALTBAKER's voice, and it's in an opera style. The song goes on with him apologizing about everything he did, trying to serenade them of sorts, to say sorry, and that he learned his lesson, and it wasn't a good idea to tassel with the trio. However, at the end, the laugh sounds slightly evil, like he has something else up his sleeve. B tier. Track number
21.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel this one at all. The Barbershop Quartet should have stuck to one song, because personally, in my opinion, this one doesn't have the same flair or catchiness like the others. And the ending of the singing made me want a better ending to the song, because delicious last course, delicious last course, and then going on to the music didn't really work for me. C tier. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If I missed anything, too late now, sucker!